It's crank.
We should be live.
We can actually see phone through all the questions.
Yeah, this is kind of cool.
Right?
Are
we live?
Yeah, we should be live. We're good.
What's up, guys? Today we're not next door. We're actually on the other side of the wall. I left Fajai working, taking care of water changes here, and we came into the gym next door. The gym that we had a little video with the parking lot. Remember that video, John?
Which one?
With the parking lot.
Oh yeah, when he tried to fight everybody in here.
So we got Bobby here. Bobby is 1.1 times world champion.
Something like that.
Yeah. How many times world champion?
10-time world champion.
10 times world champion. This is his brother right here. He's like his bodyguard.
Yep.
And then we have Jesse that introduced me to these guys. And Jesse was a follower since I was in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Do you know he like asked me for an autograph when I came in?
Did he really?
It's kind of weird.
Never asked me for one. That's messed up.
So guys, we're not at Predatory Fish. We're gonna be talking about fish and fighting. I mean, this is kind of pretty cool to me because
Two most important F's right there. Fish and fighting.
no, there's another F. That's
There's
right.
one
There's a one F that's involved in the other ones. But you don't see things like this every day. Now, Bobby, where did you get this? Like eBay?
Oh my god. That belt was the missing link to all my world titles with one of the main organizations that didn't have the world title. So I came out of retirement just for that belt.
Really?
Well, I really came out of retirement so my son could watch me and that belt.
And you got the belt?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And this one?
This one's my first world title I ever won back in China.
So this is like real professional fighting. It's not.
Yeah, real. My face tells me all the time.
This is not Mickey Mouse stuff. Okay, so you guys started pretty much the same time?
He's
Yeah.
older than me.
I'm older than him. We both started martial arts when we were 5.
Okay.
So I started when I was 5, obviously, and once he became 5, he started, we both trained at the same dojo, and then just...
But you went separate routes, right?
No, pretty much we kept the same route until we were adults, and then we decided, actually we fell into kickboxing. We didn't even, we were just doing martial arts, and then actually it's a funny story how we got into kickboxing was our instructor at the time got into kickboxing. He's like, oh, I'm gonna try this out and see how I like it, and if it's something you guys want to do, maybe you guys can do it down the line. And he had one of our students was gonna kickbox, was gonna be our first student to kickbox. And then I think it was the day before, right? Day before, they were like, oh yeah, we have a dropout. There was Bobby's weight, so my instructor asked Bobby. He's like, hey, do you want to fight tomorrow? Now the thing is, what you guys don't know is when we do sparring in class, you're supposed to take it easy, light sparring in class. But Bobby wouldn't take it easy on anybody, and everybody would hate to spar Bobby. Yeah, they would hate. Yeah, trust me, I know. Yeah.
Well, that's probably why he's the world champion.
Yeah. Nobody would want to spar him. So when the instructor was like, yeah, do you want to fight tomorrow? And you could hit this guy as hard as you can and not get in trouble. And Bobby's like, I'm in. He like, sign me up like this. So then I'm there as a water boy, corner man for Bobby, right? And then I'm there, and the guy, they go, hey, listen, there's another guy that dropped out. He's like 140 pounds. He goes to my instructor, do you have anybody? And he turns to me, like I'm sitting there, and he's like, looking around, he's like, I guess I'm fighting today too.
So that's how it started.
That's how, yeah, we both fought, our first fight, we both fought together the same night, and we both won. And then from there, yeah.
June 20th, 1998.
After getting hit so many times, how do you remember all this?
That's the one thing I remember. I wasn't good at school, but I remember fighting.
Because I remember Jess has been here for what?
Oh,
That I don't remember.
Yeah.
Since you're 110. I'm not going to remember, you know why? Because he didn't ask for an autograph.
yeah, that's right. You asked for an autograph.
If he asked for an autograph, I definitely remember. 2005.
So you've been here since 2005, and then one time you're hitting the bag, and he walked by and said, this guy doesn't fight. Who is he?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I remember that story.
Yeah. That's just like me. 100%. That was like a couple years ago.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. Big group of people. They were all first time taking kickboxing class, but it's with them. So Jesse's hitting the bag, and Bobby's walking around. Oh yeah, keep your hands up, this, that. And he walks past Jesse, and his back was to me. I'm like, yo, this kid's pretty good. Man, this guy's here. You should sign up here.
So they're all like 6'2", 6'3". I'm maybe 5'7".
Yeah.
On a good day. And he's like,
one time, but that was amateur, right? Not professional. And you guys are fighting professional.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
I'm amateur, Bobby's professional. So
Okay.
that's where we ended up splitting. That's what I was gonna say.
okay.
So after I won amateur world title, I was like, all right, I'm good for now. I'm good. I'm gonna continue with my martial arts and and everything else. Bobby's like, you know what? I'm going to turn pro and I'm gonna go. So that's when our split. Different ways. Yeah.
So now,
Obviously, we still train in both. Cross.
Right.
But he's the
okay.
he went that professional kickboxing.
So this
World
fight,
10 million time world
World
champion.
does he rub it on you a little bit? Like, oh, you should have came. with
Yeah.
me. No.
I want a belt once.
Okay.
I don't wear the belt. People think people always say, like, oh, you wear all your belts? I go, nah, I'm not.
Just put it on the wall.
You never walk the Stop and Shop and wearing a belt like when you walk in the
It
Stop.
doesn't ruin your pants.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you walk around with a belt like this, people on the street probably be like, let me see if he's real or not.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're a tough guy. Let's see.
John, do they have any question for us?
So far, nothing. Love from Sri Lanka, where I don't know
Lanka,
what.
that's
I don't know where that is.
Indonesia area.
What?
That's like Indonesia.
Maybe. Sounds like that. Nothing. No questions. Everyone is just saying what's up.
Guys, you have any questions about? Let's talk about fighting today. Like what they've been through and things like that in life. I know you guys are more like fish followers, So let's see if you have any questions. I mean, I started doing. We've been doing for what, month and a half?
Nah. Maybe too much. Maybe. Yeah.
I only have paid you for a month.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna check that.
No, so I enjoy it a lot. I think it's good. It's a great workout, and the fact that you learn how to defend yourself. In case you need, like Brian tries to get kidnapped one day. Like I'll know to do something instead of just screaming.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see what happened recently in France? Some crazy guy went to a park and started stabbing.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Nobody stopped him.
Nuts. Yeah.
Like-
Picture of the guy with the knife. Like what?
Nobody stopped this guy. Like, come on, bro. Like, those are the days where a real man's got to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how anybody can just let this guy just go around and.
Yeah.
There's a video or no? I didn't
There's a
see
video.
it. I didn't see it.
And
but,
who was holding the camera is even worse. Like, drop the camera and go do something.
Right.
So I think he ended up killing a few kids too before the cops got to him.
Unfortunately, nowadays it's like nobody helps. It's like you're on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's right. Yeah. That's crazy. But you're improved a lot because when you first started, you were hitting the mitts. You were like super tense, trying to hit the mitts as hard as you can.
Yep.
I didn't know. Relaxed, snapping. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a
Well,
big-
the real question is any of the fish guys that sell fish? Let's step it up. Let's see who wants to fight. Hey, that's the time.
There we go.
Let's go. That's what
Now
I'm talking about.
Now we're talking.
Now we go fish store against fish store.
That's
it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I like that.
That's a good. Yeah.
Well, we can do that. We can do
that
that.
up.
Then eventually we could do reptile people versus fish people. We can.
Branch out.
God, we could do whatever versus whatever. I don't whatever.
I mean, the ring is right here.
That's it.
Well, I did tell you when I'm 37, if I kept doing it by the time I was 40, I would try to do a fight. Remember I said that?
Yeah.
And I said if I lose, I'll probably never come back.
Someone said you guys do just kickboxing. You guys do mixed MMA. Like, how does it work? You guys do MMA or what do you do?
What do you guys do?
So when we did our splits of when Bobby went professional kickboxing, I went into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I studied Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for several years. We've trained many people in MMA. We're primarily a stand-up gym, and we do teach MMA with private lessons and grappling and things like that. And also we teach Campbell karate lessons, which are basically a mix of everything, a little bit more street-orientated self-defense.
Sweet.
I trained 33 champions.
33.
In MMA, of course. In MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, and boxing. 33
So there you
champions
go.
is the D. We have pro MMA fighters, pro kickboxers. We have amateur boxers, amateur MMA fighters, and amateur kickboxers.
I love how he's quiet over there. And as soon as you finish talking, I trained 33 champions.
He's got all of that.
He's got all the
That's
facts right
awesome.
there. He's ready to go.
Hell yeah.
What do you think? How does it feel being in the ring? Like, I'm sure I never experienced. I'm sure a lot of them, never experienced. How does it feel? Like what? Like we talked about one time. We train all the moves, and then when you're there, it's you're against somebody.
Joey DIY says me versus Rod charity event. He donated $22. Winner takes all to donate where they want to.
Dude, you want me to
get-
get?
Can you get down to around 170, 180?
Joey, I would do it, Joey, but I can't go down that much, bro. That's like, I can do it at like 210. I'll do it at 210.
Exhibition, we have a little leeway with the weights.
There
So
you go.
November 19th, let's do it.
He's got the day. He's already got the day. He's ready to go. He's
$22 on the line.
But no. He's saying $22. He donated $22 to ask that, to say that question. To read.
Oh,
We gotta put more money on it.
Yeah, we got more money.
You got to.
Yeah.
It's had to be Joey's YouTube income for the month, my YouTube income for the month, which is a lot less than his. We can put it together on the
Who's
table.
Joey?
Yeah.
Joey is he's got a huge YouTube channel. He does a lot of DIY stuff. He teaches a lot. Joey's been on the industry for a long time. I used to watch all his videos when that time. So he's pretty big in the fish world.
DIY for fish stuff?
Yeah,
Or
like
DIY
you
for...
teach you like how to do aquariums and filtration, everything connected to the
yourself.
Yes.
You do all your punch in the head for a living. I do not know the DIY teach whatever these things mean.
That's why he knows
I'm
that.
like, look out, like, what's the guy do?
He's like, I got you.
That's why you're looking at me
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
What's the guy do?
you've been in the ring.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
You don't even remember. What you You're like, oh, what did I just do?
I tell you what, your first few fights, you definitely don't remember what happened. You just like, yeah.
I remember my first one. That guy made me low so many times.
Oh,
Little blows.
Yeah.
so do they do that on purpose or no?
I don't. He didn't do it. But the last one, like, sometimes you never know. You never know.
Dude, can you imagine getting Fate Guy in the ring?
Gotta get him in there.
I think he'll walk to the middle of the ring and go. Boom.
You know how people throw tomatoes at people? They start throwing chicken nuggets.
That's it.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely. I tell you what, you know what part is really crazy is like, all right, you come to the ring. There's a lot of feelings and everything else, but I think the craziest feeling is right after you come to the middle. Right, the referee gives you last minute instructions. You touch gloves, you go back to your corner man says, you know, good luck, kick his ass, whatever, gets out of the ring, and now you're standing there. You get about maybe, I don't know, 3 to 5 seconds maybe before the bell rings.
Feels like 10
And you're standing across the ring. Nobody else is in the ring. It's you. You're staring at your opponent across the ring, and you got the referee just standing there, and you're waiting for that bell, and just that moment right there, right before that bell rings, that's
The adrenaline is just like through the roof.
yeah. But then the bell rings, and all those feelings go away.
I know he's trying to say something.
I fought Wisconsin once before, so I fought the champ in Wisconsin. I went there, a couple people, and so I knocked this dude out in the 6th round. So I dropped him, and the whole crowd's all for him. They chant.
story.
They chant. I can't curse, right? I can't curse.
Well, minimum.
And they're all screaming, "Go back to New York, mother effer, go back to New York." So I'm like, I'm beating up your dude, like, what were you yelling? So then I knocked this dude out in the 6th round, so he's literally on the floor like this, and they're all screaming, F you, screw you, New York. And so I go like this. I don't know why I did that. They were just yelling so much at me, and I was like just standing there, and I did that. And they had to escort me out, and they tried to break through the door of the dressing room. I was so scared. I'm not lying. My boy has a New York hat on backwards, New York Yankee hat on. And he's walking. I'm like, yo, bro, like they didn't kill us. That was only the numbers, but you didn't kill. And then we went to a bar afterwards, and the guy's name is Heater. His nickname was Heater. So we're at the bar, and all of a sudden the whole place starts going, heat up, heat up. I'm like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here.
We are in the wrong bar.
Yeah.
What is that one story that you said that he was winning and the guy out of nowhere like that?
The 6th round of the Tommy Bach fight.
7th round.
7th round.
How do you?
That was a fine moment for my life.
That was an insane. I was telling Ron how
So
crazy
tell
that
them about that
Yeah,
story.
you gotta
'Cause I saw that picture
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
So I told my
That
trainer,
picture come off the wall or no?
yeah, but probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
But one time. That dude was the toughest guy before. I told my trainer, I said, yo, I'll fight anyone, except for the weight class above that guy Tommy Bach who's knocking everyone out from Chicago. But then, I'm teaching, I was teaching at his gym. He gets a phone call, I hear him saying, that's that's too heavy for him. I can add something he goes up in weight. So I know the conversation's about me. It's just fun because you want to fight Tommy Bach in Chicago for the world title. I go, hell yeah! And I crap myself, and I go to Chicago, and a bunch of my friends go. They all take the drive there, which is funny. And so I'm walking around, and people are laughing at me. This is the kid that's gonna get knocked out. Like everyone thought I was gonna get knocked out. My heart was racing. I got in the ring, I had like 20 people yelling for me. This whole place had a crowd standing for this guy. And I got in the ring, and I gotta be honest, I beat that dude's ass. I'm like, it was so real. Like, this is my first world title fight, and I'm like beating this.
Oh, so
up.
this was your first one?
This was my first. It's September 23rd, 2005. I'm 23 years old. This is it. I'm gonna win this fight. And I'm thinking like, crap, I can't believe it. I'm in this hometown guy's in his backyard, taking his belt in his hometown, dropped him. He gets up, drop him again. I'm like, I'm fucking murdering this dude. There ain't no way. I hit this dude like 900 times. I think they're gonna stop the fight. Sure as crap, I blow my load. This dude drops me. I spin back, the crowd goes crazy. I don't know where I am. I go back and we fought 12 to the 12th round. It was a draw. He said, I won. We fought again, and then I lost, and then we fought again, and I mollywopped.
I remember that because he came out to all I do was win. And
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Yes, he's
All I
coming out
did-
with the facts.
Dude gave me a concussion. I was thrown up in the back. I remember that. Dude hit hard.
It's Joey at the bottom.
But the one thing too is that Bobby is forgetting to say, like when Bobby first dropped him, like the crowd was going nuts for this guy Tommy. And Bobby we only had like 20 people there. If we had 20, 15, 12, I don't even know. And you just heard it, and then the second Bobby dropped him, the crowd, you could hear a pin drop. The only thing you could hear is just the 12 of us screaming. And then Bobby drops him again, and man, it was dead silent. And then finally, when he dropped Bobby, then the crowd
it was like a bomb on.
yeah, it was like
Oh my
insane.
God.
It went insane. Yeah,
So you lost it.
it was
No,
intense.
that's wrong.
It was intense.
It was a draw.
Raw rematch. I lost. Then I fought him a third time. And because to his credit, I still think he's the best fighter I ever fought, and he's a real man. He's a real champion because he knew in his heart I won the first one. He won the second one. He knew we had to do it again.
So then the third one?
Molly Robbins.
So going back to the Joey, King of DIY. Now you know what DIY is. He said, open weight, charity event. You're too big to meet my size. 8 round minutes. 8 rounds.
8 rounds.
Ah,
Eight
man.
8 round minutes.
Everything it means.
I got you in
2
4.
minutes?
I think he meant 8-minute round.
8-minute round. Wow.
Dude, I can't even last that.
8-minute round.
minutes.
That's a long round.
Joey, I think we should do it. I think it'll be fun. There's a place here that they do fighting, right? Like that we guys are gonna fight.
Yeah, Mulcahy's.
Mulcahy's.
I know the promoter. He owns Jackhouse Promotions. He's actually one of the best promoters on Long Island. If you guys want to call him up, his number is 631-645-6488. He'll get you a fight.
It doesn't matter if you know how to fight or not. He'll get you a fight.
That's correct. It don't matter.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Sorry. When I was telling Jesse, I was like, yo, you know what? I feel good, man. I want to fight when I'm like 40 if I keep going. And he goes, trust me. He'll pick you somebody that you're not going to lose.
He says, I love Rod. Nothing against him. He's like, I've been trying to put something together like this for a while, I guess, like for charity. He's like, no one's got the nuts in the aquarium world. I think Rod might.
Wow.
Follow this guy after this. Oh, man, this guy out. This gonna send it up.
Joey's very cool. I don't know if I have the nuts, but I'll do it. Canada.
Wow.
Always cool.
So we can get like everybody to come down here.
Yeah,
That's it.
that would be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
Joe, you should come soon. Like you Canada's not that far. Come soon. We'll see the place. We'll film over here, and then we'll talk more about it.
Yep, you should just come August 6th. I can have you guys do a stare down in the ring.
Oh. Look at that.
Joey, sorry, permission. Joey, this is kind of heavy, Joey. I don't know if you can handle it.
Just think we can get a fish in the middle.
Oh, dude, we should.
Yeah.
We should. We're gonna put a.
Aquarium championship belt.
Yes, let's do it.
I've been trying to get landscapers to fight for the landscaping. I've been trying on for years.
He says he competed amateur and he did well.
Oh.
Dude, all I've done is tennis, which is not. I've done swimming, and I've done.
As a teen, though, it's been 25 years.
Yeah, I gotta be honest.
So if you
You're
fought
big-
amateur-
tennis, what's wrong?
No, when I used to be little. I became big after I stopped standing.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, that's a little weird sport to play.
When I was
Those out there.
When I was a kid, and I lived in a place like no, I never wore sports shorts, but I lived in a place in Key West. So all I did, my parents they were well, so all I did is swim and play tennis. You know,
Tennis is hard though.
tennis is hard.
Hit that
I'm
ball
a
as
shape.
hard as you can in that.
Right, you gotta get close to the net, but still in the.
Fight is harder. Fight is harder. Oh, 8 rounds minimum.
Man, ooh,
All right, Joey, let's do it.
man. Okay.
We gotta set that up.
You want to tell them about these belts?
We're not gonna never do 8 rounds, but
Eight
they
rounds.
hate to bust Joey's chops and never get let an amateur fight 8 rounds. Well, I might be able to get 5.
That's
I
true.
might be able to get 5. If we can last 5, Joey, we can do it. Let's go.
Man.
That's it. Now we gotta train more. I gotta.
Yeah,
come
now
here
you.
often. Damn, Joey, I'm a father now, Joey.
Boxing or kickboxing?
Oh yeah, we got
They
this.
got the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll let him pick the rules.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh man,
All right. This is
his son.
getting intense. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you lose, you even told me if I lose, doesn't matter because I show that I have cojones.
That's right. I did tell you.
So-
I did tell you that. That was.
As long as don't show this to my kids, that's it.
Destroy the tape. If you lose, destroy the tape.
Yeah, that's it.
This is-
Oh man.
That's it. All right.
All right, so somebody's asking about fish. What's your favorite fish? All right, let's answer here.
Bubble eye gold.
Bubble-eye goldfish, 10-time world champion. Bubble-eye goldfish. I'm not even making fun of him. I'm just sitting inside.
Yeah, so as a kid, I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see how the aquarium world can reach pretty much everybody?
Everybody, there you go.
You know, from like kids to adults. You'd be surprised, but okay, bubble-eye.
They had the bubble eye goldfish. They would get sucked up in the filter, so their eye would get like stuck. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why you got.
So some of them would be floating around, and you see like one with like a deflated eye. Oh, it's bad for them.
What about you?
I don't know. What?
He's gonna come with guppies.
No.
Bubble-eye goldfish, guppies.
No, a neon. No. I'm going to say Mako Shark. I'm going to go Mako Shark is my favorite. Does that count though?
That's a
Is
shame.
it, yeah, it's a shark. I don't know. You said fish. It's a fish, right?
It's a type of fish. But like that you
Well,
could
you're
keep.
talking
That you
aquarium.
could keep. Let's say that you could keep. Like
You
if you
could
could keep
You
one
mean I
in the
can't?
house.
Yeah, that was kind of.
Throw a Mako Shark in my pool in the backyard. I can't do
I mean, you could.
that.
We
You're
got
saying-
some sharks over here.
Well, then I want to pick something else.
What fish would you pick?
Buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
I heard like usually you like fish like you like your woman.
I was thinking bubble eye fish. I was trying to think. I was like,
That's what I was trying to
I was
think.
like-
Is that big boobs or big ass? Is that big? I was like, all right, yeah, all right, cool, yeah, definitely.
So buffers are cool. There's buffers that are from little, like very small size to like freshwater. Do you
Did
know
they get that big? I
Yeah.
don't think it's
Do you know-
big.
A lot of people don't even know there's freshwater buffers. There is.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they'll come up to the glass, so we out of your hand.
Oh, really? Okay.
So we have a couple over here. There's some of them that are actually pretty expensive too, but it's a different world between the freshwater and the saltwater. Totally different world, especially puffer.
Do you have any? You don't have any? Do you?
No, just that shark that we got.
Right.
Yeah, but we will. No findings. But we will have a row of like rare saltwater stuff that you don't find every day.
Right, right.
That's the idea.
Most of the stuff you got next door, I don't even know what it is. You're like saying this, I'm like, I never even heard of this thing before.
Well, it's definitely different business. Like you guys, been in the world of fighting. I've been dealing with fish for a long time. What I really thought was interesting is when I met Kevin. Like all the stingrays that he can produce, you can get this one black, this one white, mix it up, come up with something else. They're like dogs.
Yeah, the biggest thing is when I first heard about the Stingrays, and I didn't know too much about you guys yet, and I was learning, and they were like, oh yeah, Kevin's really big into the Stingrays, and blah, blah. I'm thinking, okay, I'm thinking just the gray, plain gray Stingrays. And then when I start seeing them, and I'm like, oh, these things all have wild patterns and colors. I had no idea they even come like that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, saltwater rays are like more like gray.
Right, so that's what, in my head, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Except the manta rays were like really
Oh,
pretty,
it's like
you know.
big.
Yeah,
Right.
the eagle manta ray. Can you arm wrestle? No, this is fighting. Okay? We're fighting here, not arm wrestling. But I had a story, dude. We had a dinner meeting at the shop, and I had a couple YouTubers there, and one of them had a cameraman that was, you know, a little bit overweight, and I had a friend that was overweight, so they went on the table.
Same weight class.
Yeah,
All right,
pretty
go
much.
ahead. All right.
So they're going, and you know, since it was a wood table, I put a piece of styrofoam under, so for the elbows, and I heard a pop, and I thought the styrofoam cracked. It was his bone right here. So the dude snapped his bone,
Man.
and he goes,
Up here,
he goes,
that's...
I think I just broke my arm, and we're all like, go, yeah. Oh.
And he was shaking it like
Yeah,
this?
he was like, this is so completely gone, like, out from here.
Wow.
So he killed the whole mood. Yeah, no, he lost.
Think arm wrestling's, yeah.
Out of
Not
question.
good. Yeah, so let's not, yeah. Can't get hurt before the fights.
Or after.
Or, yeah, let's not get hurt anytime. How about that? That's it.
Where you rescued a saltwater buffer, and we got a 14-inch Emperor Angel. I can come rescue that if you want. Yo, those, have you seen those?
No.
The Emperor
What is it?
Angels.
Emperor Angel.
14 inches, we're talking about fish that big. They're really pretty. Look, I'll show you.
All right, just pulling it up.
Pull it up.
Look at my history, bro.
Yeah.
Never look at
Yeah.
someone's history.
No.
Never.
Emperor.
Will you go for this one?
Don't crush it.
I got it. So they look like this as a baby,
Okay.
and end up turning to this as an adult.
Oh, okay.
this.
Oh, wow. That's a cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Super expensive. Those fish are like.
Where are you picking it up?
What is that store? I think that store is in the Bronx or Queens. I think it's Queens.
Wait, how do you know where it is? Because I watched the
He
video.
was, bro. He
Oh, no, it's good.
I
The video?
He told me where he got it from.
Yep.
Man.
So now let's talk about you guys are fighting both of you are fighting together in August,
Well, yeah.
and you haven't fought together in how many years?
19 years. Right? 19
Holy
years.
crap.
Yeah, it's been like my last fight. I haven't fought in 19 years.
So you
And I think the last card I fought, it was 19 or 20 years, I think the two of us fought in the same card.
so this is kind of like special. Then.
Yeah, this is a big, yeah. Well, this is how I got pulled back into fighting for this one. Because Bobby was like, I'm coming out of retirement. He's like, we're having the whole entire gym. Everybody that's part of Team Campbell is fighting on this card. And he's like, Tom, I'm going to need help. You're going to have to help me corner all these guys. And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, well, hold on. If everybody's fighting for the team, I'm part of the team. So you know what? Let's do it. And I messaged Bobby and I'm like, listen, I'm 44. I'm an old man. I haven't fought in 19 years. I was like, you think
You know why I responded back? Who's that from?
Yeah, he's like, who's this? Who's this? Who's this?
So you drunk or you were like serious?
Yeah, no, I thought he was actually phoning me. Someone messaged him.
Oh, yeah. He thought
I
he
thought
was
it
trying to
was
ask me
yeah.
somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought someone messaged him and
Yeah.
I asked him. I was like,
So
once
when
I
you
said who this is, like, who is this? And he waited. I'm like, oh shit, that's him.
so
Yeah.
so do you know your opponent yet? Or no?
Not yet. We're still working on that.
Okay.
I think there's a few people in the mix.
You
that-
know who you fight.
Yeah.
He knows who he's fighting. His fights,
Okay.
yeah.
Any money involved?
It's bro. We get paid. Money involved. Money involved.
But it's not for the money. You don't do it for the money. You do it for mainly for the belt.
I don't for the belt. I do it because I want to be the best.
So, all right. So that's a good question. Some people do it for money. Some people do it for the belt. So you do it because you want to be the best.
Yeah. This dude's the killer.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't even talk about
Is
the
that
first fight.
100?
The guy's coming from
140 fights.
England, right?
It's 134 wins, only 6 losses. Dude's bad.
So who has the belt right now? You.
I got the belt.
Which belt can he take from you?
The top one over there. He can take it. He got it all he wants. I'm just gonna kick his ass though.
Try and take
I
it.
don't know if he really wanted it.
Bobby actually posted, I think it was like last week or something like that. He posted a picture of the belt.
Yeah.
He was like, guys, did my rounds today, did my sprints today. He's
Come
like,
take it.
you want the belt? Come try to take it. That's it.
Badass.
We gotta go, dude. John, you tell us.
Yo, I gotta go. Let me give you
Yeah.
a date.
Yeah, it's gonna be
All
good.
right, let's make sure we put the
11th round knockout, body shot.
Wow,
Left
11.
That's how you.
Wow.
Round. Is this slow
You guys-
down, bro? Is this slow down, Jason? I know you're gonna slow down round 9.
Wow.
I feel like we're inside of the
Yeah.
UFC over here.
Yeah, it's getting intense.
Yeah,
now.
this is
Now
getting
it's
crazy.
intense. And this guy's flying over from England, right?
Yeah, it's fine for England.
Are you buying his ticket to come?
As the promoter, yeah.
Okay.
As the promoter,
He
it's,
better kick his butt.
it sucks as the fighter and being the promoter too, because I have to pay him to fight. I gotta pay for him and his trainer to fight. I gotta pay for his hotel. I gotta pay for his food. Yeah, and I gotta pay for him to punch me in the fucking face. I got that. My friend that guy from Canada punched me in the face. I thought to myself in the ring, I'm like, yo, I'm paying for this guy to kick my ass right now. He's like, stop.
I paid for this?
Yeah. I felt like the dude just kept having to punch me in the nose then, like not anywhere else, not my eyes, not my head, not my body, just in my nose, non-stop, and it hurt so bad. Like I remember squinting, and I remember I had to get stitches afterwards, so I waited the next day to get stitches. I had stitches, and the doctor replaced my nose, fixed my nose and grabbed my nose and fixed it and straightened it out. I said to him, I'll never forget this. I said, yo, whoever fucking touched my thing, I almost punched me in the face. And I said it so calm. He hurt me so bad. I'm not like call me a bitch all you want. I did 12 rounds in one with a broken nose. That dude grabbed my nose to straighten it out. I was in so much pain. I really wanted to kill God. Like I really thought, and my girlfriend at the time was there, and she was like, you must have really hurt him. Because like I said, it's so serious, dude.
Choose from fixing it back.
Just straighten out. You gotta remember. That happened in 6 rounds. It was a 12-round fight. I did 6 more rounds. This guy punched me in the nose. It hurt so bad. Yeah.
But you didn't quit.
Nah, but it hurt bad, though.
Did you win that fight?
Yeah, I won that fight.
But you don't really feel the pain when your blood is high, right? It feels after, or like when you cool off.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
when you cool off, you definitely will feel things that you didn't know.
I remember eating so many leg kicks. And
Yeah.
I'm walking around fine. I got in the car, drove home. I fell out of the car.
This leg's not working anymore. Yeah, once everything
Done. I
drops
was
off.
done for like 2 weeks. I couldn't walk.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
wild.
So some shots you'll feel, but a lot of times,
I got hit by this guy, Kenny Lamb. That's an amateur. This guy hit me in Rhode Island, and there was legit 42 people in the audience. So I fought at Madison Square Garden at the Garden, not the field, at the Garden. Like at the Garden.
Yeah.
I fought the Garden twice. Let me tell you something. Fight's a fight. Once the bell rings, it don't matter. There's 42 people or 40,000 people. Fight's a fight. This guy hit me with a spinning back fist at the end of the round. And I remember, like, that's probably my corner there. And I remember I couldn't walk to the corner. I just kept stumbling into this corner. My trainer grabbed me. I had no clue where I was. Like, just ringing in my head. I had no clue where I was. Yeah.
So does that like stay, or does that go?
No, it
away?
goes away. It goes
Yeah.
away. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta go out there again and know, like, oh man, I'm feeling a little wheezy. Go down soon. I gotta really make sure I keep my hands high. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good question. All right. After a moment like that, what do you do in a fight to, like, because you're not yourself at that moment,
Yeah.
right? You're not fully there.
Yeah.
So what do you do to not let that happen again?
not get hit.
Fight or flight. Fight or flight.
Yeah.
Fight or flight.
You just gotta go.
You
and
write
then
down,
fall in.
you write down your fucking mouthpiece and know, like, shit. I keep my hands high, my chin tucked, and fucking hope the round ends soon.
Yeah. It's
And get out of the round.
That's
Oh.
it. That's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yo, we should actually set that fight up. We should,
I
we should
think
actually
it'd be
do
cool,
that.
dude.
That would be crazy.
You guys are saying that, I'm gonna hit this guy up right now.
Right.
He's like, I already got
Yeah,
stoned.
here's my spot on my phone right now.
I'm like, yeah.
November what?
That would be
November
crazy.
19th.
November 19th.
That'd be crazy.
I bet he's gonna train more now. Huh?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. But What about our second fight? That was a funny story with our second fight. How old were you on this when we had our second fight?
You fought by yourself second time.
You didn't fight that night?
No.
Oh, you were just in the corner. You saw Mike get knocked out right in front of you. Bobby was young.
I was 15 years old.
15 years old. This is my second fight now. And Bobby's in the corner. It was right before my fight, the guy before us. And he ended up getting knocked out.
Yo, knocked the F out. This dude, 200 pounds, and I'm 15 years old, and it's right in the corner, so like I'm in the corner right there. Bang, he out. Like this dude snoring. They had this dude out. I'm like 50, I'm like, whoa, this is some serious stuff.
This is not.
Yo, that dude was a grown man, 200 pounds, yo, he was out, like, yo, they were just floating in the snow. I'm like, woo, yeah.
So helps you wake up.
Yeah.
That
dude was snoring.
So Bobby's in my corner, right? And so our trainer tells Bobby, he's like, all right, listen to me. These are what you're gonna do. He's like, the second dumbbell rings, you slide the stool in under the ropes, put it down, let Tommy sit down. The second he stands up, pull the stool out, put it back down. That's your only job, and give me water, right? So bell rings, I get back to my corner, I sit down in the stool. Again, it's my second fight. You don't know too much what's going on. I was all amped up. I got my water. I got a few instructions from my trainer, and I stood up. I'm ready to go. I don't know what, you know. And then he's like, no, you got more time. Sit down. Well, Bobby followed the rules to the T, so when he pushed me to sit down, he followed
direction.
The chair wasn't
there was no stool. So I went falling, stumbling. I almost fell out of the ring. I'm trying to get back up. I'm using more energy getting up, standing back up out of the corner than fighting.
But
I listened to directions good.
You did. You listened to. Yeah.
I listen to directions better than some people.
We don't want to talk about that one. No.
what happened?
My last fight, I gave him and my buddy specific instructions. There's no other instructions. I broke my nose going into the fight. So I know the second my nose gets hit, it's going to bleed. Guys, make sure you take care of my nose right away. First round happens, my nose is gushing. They're sitting there talking. I'm like, who's cleaning my nose? Grab a towel, I'm wiping myself. Like, really, guys? You have one job. One job. I talked about it many times. Yo, my nose is gonna bleed right on Jump Street. It's gonna bleed. You know, I literally have a broken nose. It's gonna bleed right away. And they're like, oh, yeah, so you should do that. I'm like, no, I'm gonna clean my nose. There's a little bit of miscommunication. One job.
So once you already have like a problem in your nose, is it like something that will always happen?
No, it's just, I was sparring. It was 2 weeks before the fight. Yeah, 2 weeks before the fight. It was the 10th round sparring. This guy, it was the 32nd buzzer goes off. It was right here. The guy clips right here. And I stopped, and he stopped, and I go, you just broke my nose, didn't you? What are you gonna do? I go, what else are you gonna do? I'm like, I'm not gonna spar. We're done now. Sparring is over. It was literally the last 1 second of the round. And he just caught me right, and you heard the snap. And we both, like I stopped too, like it wasn't even like we both stopped. And I'm looking, I'm like, you broke my nose. And he goes, yeah, I think so.
Man.
I got a question. What would you say to someone that never been in a ring, like, or in a gym like this? Because it's intimidating to walk in. You know, for me, it wasn't. You know, whatever.
Show up?
Yeah. No, but like some people might be like, oh, I'm worried. Like, you know how some smaller guys they don't want to go to the gym because they feel out of place.
Yeah.
So let's say 99% of people probably feel out of place walking in here.
Yeah.
So what would you say to them? Like, it's not that bad, right? Like,
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
right.
So you guys started somewhere. We all started somewhere. So we got to start somewhere. We got to just start.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you have that, right? Some people come in here,
Yeah.
they're a little worried about.
You gotta remember, a gym is the only place where you can get, mark my word for it, this actual gym. You get felons, and then you get police officers, and you get the regular day-to-day working man. You get everyone here, and everyone gets along.
Right, I did
That's
ask you
the
that
big
question.
We were saying.
I did ask you the question, like,
Yeah.
you know, when you spar, sometimes you might hit somebody, like,
Yeah.
is there a lot of fights? And it's like, no, actually,
Yeah.
You get the whole 2-minute round or 3-minute round. Beat each other up and then you fist bump and
Girls are different.
Girls?
Girls are different.
Girls are different.
I hate trained girls that fight. You know why? Because they like if they spar, it's not done there. I gotta hear about it for the next 2 months. You know what that makes me about we spar? It was just sparring. Guys punch them in the face like, yeah, bro, I was good shot. And then I say, and then we talk about it again. Girls, they just the whole months. Like, oh my God. Yeah.
So if a girl comes here, you charge her more.
I should. Girl fighters are a lot worse to deal with.
I think the biggest thing is just like you said, just getting in here, and I think everybody's gonna work with you. You're not gonna come in here and then you'd be like, oh, it's my first day, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, good, bang, knock you out, like everybody's
You're fighting tomorrow.
everybody's friendly, everybody's gonna work at your own pace, and they're gonna go your pace. If you come in here and you're gonna be a dick and you're gonna start punching and you don't know anything and you start punching everybody hard and going full, then they're gonna come back at you. That's
When you're sparring.
Right, yeah. So, as long as you come in and,
that's sparring the first day.
No,
Right.
that's sparring. No.
But
Like,
Second
I
time.
haven't sparred anybody.
Me too.
With almost 2 months and we haven't sparred anybody. What size?
Step it up.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, what age group would you say, like, if I have a son like Ryan, for example, what age would you say is ideal to start?
My son's 4, and that little rascal drives me crazy. Every once in a while, he'll come here, he'll get his gloves behind the desk, put his gloves on, and do some bar. But, not all the time. I want to do more. But
Because Ryan, when he was
I was trying.
Ryan's 2, but I came in here with him. He didn't listen to
Yeah,
anything.
he was in his own world.
He
Yeah.
was young.
Yeah. I think
So
When she was like 3,
So
then I could be like, I got to work with Rocky, we got a class going.
So this is a good question, actually. Someone said, been contemplating joining the gym. I have more of a wrestling background, but I would love to learn more disciplines and compete. So what would it take to actually start competing? Like,
You tell you something, that guy right there being a wrestler,
Yeah.
wrestlers always go the fastest being MMA fighters. If you have a good wrestling background, you are the fastest way to learn stand up and a little jiu-jitsu. If you're a good wrestler, you can make an MMA very fast.
100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
You
So,
pick where that fight is.
Yeah.
You want to stand,
Right.
you stand. You want to go down, you take
right.
it
So
down.
having that strong base definitely
Wrestling
good.
background's the
Yeah.
best for MMA.
So if you're going from wrestling to never competed in like MMA and you want to get to MMA, you get there, like Bobby said, quicker if you had a
It's
wrestling
all
background.
those years.
That's just
like that. That's you're
Yeah.
not starting from zero.
right. Yeah.
John,
So
do you have any questions? Like, because I know you've been talking about
that was actually my only question. I was going to ask, what's
No.
the time
You
frame?
have-
We got Joe Simons out of the gym. He's fighting August 6th, fighting for another MMA champion. He's MMA champion. He is legit one of the best wrestlers of Long Island. And he's just been doing stand-up with us. And jiu-jitsu is very minimum. He is legit could mollywop almost any amateur MMA fighter because his wrestling is just that goddamn good.
Yeah.
So what are some of the pros of learning how to fight, would you say, other than just, obviously there's discipline, right? And then what do you think some of the best perks for being a fighter is? Like, in your life, how did it benefit
Not
you
being
the
angry
most?
at people. Like when you're outside, like you're like, oh, people don't piss you off. Like we're rage, like yeah, whatever. I see that guy. Or you're like, I probably could kick that dude's ass anyway.
Right.
You know, like it doesn't matter.
That's it. I think Bobby. No, you laugh, but 100%, Bobby. It's confidence, but it's not just confidence. Like I walk up with my chin high, whatever. It's a different type of confidence. That confidence that Bobby was saying. Like someone pisses you off, or someone says something, you can literally let it roll off your shoulders so much easier because it's not like you have to sit here and try to prove anything to anybody. You know yourself what you're capable of, and you can defend yourself and everything else. And like Bobby said, I know I can kick that guy's ass. I don't have to prove that. I don't have to prove that to anybody. But so it's a little bit easier. You just have this different type of confidence.
I think honestly, with the way the world is today, everybody should know something about how to defend yourself.
That was literally going to be somewhat of my next question is, at what sort of point, I know it's hard to pinpoint the exact time frame, but like at what point would you say someone becomes comfortable and confident in
Like, how long does
defending
it take?
themselves,
Okay.
starting from scratch,
Yeah.
like in public?
So he said everybody's different with that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Everybody's
true,
probably
faster.
different.
True.
Of course.
And not only pick up faster physically, but mentally. Are they going to start feeling comfortable? But I think within a few months, you'll start your confidence, you'll definitely start seeing differences. and you'll definitely.
I think
Fighting
usually the first
70%
like, 3 classes, it's
Yeah.
like, wow, what the hell is this? And then it's just like
Yeah.
skyrocket.
Yeah,
To the
once-
point where you're
Yeah.
now you're here every day.
The way I never thought about doing this, and then the way I started is we went to the gym together, right?
Yeah.
And I saw him kicking the bag, and there was a bunch of people there, and he's like kicking the crap out of the bag, and he's like, I could try it. Dude, I kicked that bag, bro. I sat back down. I said, "Can we do chest?"
Let me do some bench pressing.
Yeah, and then I got into it. Like we start sparring, not sparring, but like just like you know what? Let me try. And then I started doing it with you. I never did it with you. It sounds weird, but yeah. Well, it's like I told him the other day. The other day I told him I said I'm gonna bring Lisa and Roy over here, and I just need you to make them sweat. And I looked at him like, wait, not like that.
You didn't specify how. You just didn't make them sweat. I don't know.
Yeah, because girls, they just want to like a workout, and this is a great workout.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, the byproduct of it is learning to defend themselves. So even if they just come in to work out,
It's so good when you leave. It's like
Yeah.
all relaxed. All your any anger, that bad day you had is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take it out in the bags or each other.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, my wife, yesterday we were here training, and we left, and she goes, I'm so jealous of you. She's like, you got to take all your frustrations out on those bags and everything yesterday, and she's like, I'm so jealous of you right now. I was like, you should have put the gloves on, go hit the bag.
That's true. No, it does help a lot.
Yeah.
Even for me, like, whatever they're saying as far as, like, you take your stress and you come out of here. I leave here, I go to the gym, I feel a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's definitely something that I think everybody should try. I don't know, how do you pick the fight style that you like? You don't know until you start trying.
Yeah.
Right?
To try.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
go to
true.
a couple different gyms.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless you're from Long Island, you gotta go here.
Yeah, if you don't come
Right.
here,
If
you don't
you're-
come here, you don't come here.
This kid knew I could get to him like, really, bro? Really? Like, really? What?
After 15 years.
Yeah. Try a bunch of gyms. And then go to Campbell's last.
Right.
That's what you can say.
If somebody wanted to defend themselves the most, would you say MMA is the best one to learn, or would you say just what's the best
I think you
fighting
need
style?
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you need a little bit of everything. That's definitely having a strong base in one art is I think really good. And then if you had a little, then could dive into some other arts just to get a little bit of experience with those, so you have a little bit of everything.
Gotcha.
So that's
Cool.
Well,
I'm a pro boxer, and just like like if one more person says I should go back to boxing, I could kick 2 motherfuckers, just like you know.
So,
yes, he can kick. I know. I belt him.
oh yeah, I'm not allowed to kick you anymore because he kicks you.
Yeah, because he kicked me. So I haven't given up until.
But I think our time's up, right? 7 o'clock. This was great, man. I appreciate you
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
taking the
that's
time to talk about fighting. And if anybody watching this, if they want to contact you, we'll put your information.
Wait, what was the guy's name? Joey D?
Joey DIY.
it. Joey DYI.
Yeah, DIY, do it yourself?
Yeah.
There we go.
So Joey, come on in. We'll talk. We can use this ring, or we'd have a professional ring not far from here, right?
Don't listen to him, we're using Mulcahy's. We're gonna do it real.
There you go. Do it legit.
Let's do it.
Legit.
Yeah.
Tell them get here in August. Well,
Get here in August, you can do a stare down in the ring.
In August, you sit on my VIP table. We can sit down and talk a little bit, and then we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Done.
Don't pull any of that John Gotti stuff though.
Listen to him.
see that one member?
Brawl that broke out?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was fake. It's a real.
That was real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, my cousin.
Yeah. Oh, cousin got it.
Trained John
Yeah.
Gotti.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's real.
Whole
I got all
family.
his
Whole
money.
family. You better, yeah.
Whole family.
Brothers, the cousins, everybody's in the
Christmas is wild.
Yeah, Christmas.
My dogs are fighting.
Yeah.
everybody's fighting. Guys, next week we are going back to a podcast room. The reason why I came in today, I wanted them. We've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah.
But we didn't do it in the room because we're renovating the room, making it a lot bigger. So next week we'll have it ready. But I think this was a good experience. Like it feels different, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You guys should
Hopefully
even
you guys
come by
enjoyed
with
this
me
as
in
well.
an actual podcast too.
And if you have
yeah,
any questions and you want to learn something from these guys, even you pretty much been doing it for almost the same amount of time, right?
Just like 15 years old.
Just feel free to message me or reach out to them directly. We'll put the link down below on the comment section, and we'll see you guys next Thursday.
Later, guys.
Thank you.